How to replace the motherboard. Before you begin, remove the base enclosure, battery, and fan. Removal. Peel back the mylar shielding. Lift the locking bars up on the USB board ZIF connectors and disconnect the USB board ribbon cables from the USB board. Remove the plastic shielding that covers the wireless antenna connectors on the motherboard. Caution: use care when disconnecting the wireless antenna cables from the wireless module. A damaged cable or connector can degrade notebook performance. Carefully disconnect the wireless antenna cables from the wireless module by grasping the connectors with a small pair of needle-nose pliers or tweezers. Disconnect the webcam cable from the connector on the motherboard. Disconnect the LCD panel cable from the connector on the motherboard. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the keyboard light ZIF connector and disconnect the keyboard light ribbon cable from the motherboard. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the touchpad board ZIF connector and disconnect the touchpad board ribbon cable from the motherboard. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the keyboard ZIF connector and disconnect the keyboard ribbon cable from the motherboard. Using minimal force, lift the locking bar up on the fingerprint reader board ZIF connector and disconnect the fingerprint reader board ribbon cable from the motherboard. Disconnect the speaker cable from the connector on the motherboard. Remove the four 2mm P1 Phillips head screws that secure the motherboard to the top cover. Carefully lift the right edge of the motherboard off the alignment pins and guide the external connectors on the motherboard out of the cutouts in the top cover and remove. Note: before installing a new motherboard, remove all components from the old motherboard and install them onto the new motherboard. Reverse this procedure to install the motherboard.